Part of developing as a person involves building upon a foundation of knowledge and truth, discerning personal truths from absolute truths, and expanding a global perspective. Often overlooked, the underlying cause for this sentiment is unknown. Let's take a closer look. To understand knowledge and truth is to understand God's plan for us. Although science may have the how to the wonders of the universe, the picture is incomplete. Religion offers us the why to these events and gives humans purpose. To truly understand perfect knowledge and truth, we must enable ourselves to equally draw from the scientific and transcendent hemispheres to make a whole. God is the source of all truth and knowledge because of his omnipotent and omniscient nature. In seeking these ideals, we find God and his goodness. God has given us an insatiable craving for knowledge and truth so that we may know him in heaven and spread the gospel in the process. Although we are sinful beings, we are created in God's image and likeness so that we have the opportunity to witness God's grace. God allows us to choose him through our personal development of truth and knowledge.
So how does not knowing everything bring us closer to God? Well, that's an easy one. Religion is all about questions. If we knew everything, there'd be no reason for a religion because religion brings us hope. And we've got to answer those questions through finding God. So whenever we go to church, we're always asking questions and trying to learn more about who we are and who God is by asking those questions. And without asking questions, we would think we would know everything, which we don't. And if our knowledge was complete, there'd be no point in having a God, and we wouldn't need hope for anything, because God is hope and God is love.
Well, I believe in any case where you are trying to be perfect in anything, you have to dedicate yourself, you have to study, you have to research, you have to practice. So if you want to be perfect, you have to take an extra step and sacrifice and look for higher guidance.
The world we live in and our universe is very complex. We are always searching for order and reason to explain our existence and our lives and our ethics and beliefs. And the church has led us to looking for a divine cause for the order in the universe and a divine source of our being able to determine right from wrong and pursue perfection in our lives and interaction with our other human counterparts. So when we try and search for truth and knowledge, it tends in our situation to lead us to the divine intervention and God's order of the universe and understanding him and his way of understanding ourselves and leading us to live a life by the example that he set for us.
How does the desire for perfect knowledge or truth bring us closer to God?
So he says that we think that since God is really the only perfect thing in the world, desiring perfection in any way really brings you closer to him.
In what ways have you sought to fulfill the sustainable desire within your own heart for perfect truth and knowledge?
This is a good question, especially because I don't know that I have had a profound desire, at least intentionally. I think I've gotten it confused. A lot of things in life, we're on this constant search. We're looking for God to fill that space, but we confuse it and we go in 100 different directions. We try to fill that void that we feel with so many other things. Some of them are good, some of them are bad. So I think I've had a lot of experience kind of searching for that. Behind it all, however, is just a desire. Once you enter into a relationship with the Lord and you try to begin to understand what that looks like, I think you refine your search a little bit more, and so you can dive into the treasures of our faith. So a lot of the saints who have had the same search, the same desire, I think kind of like digging into their own lives and kind of relishing in the stuff that they've already discovered has helped me also try to understand what God does for me, what He has done for me, and the fact that in Him alone will I ever find what will truly, truly satisfy or satiate me.
How does the desire for perfect knowledge or truth bring us closer to God?
Well, there's a great many interpretations you can do to that. The desire for knowledge is a very, very general, broad thing. But, in terms of narrowing it down and finding out what you really want to, know about God and how knowledge affects your desire to be closer to God, I think that the more you want to know, both spiritually and on the earth, is something that could, in the long run, create a more intellectual approach to achieving heaven, to being able to get closer to God in that way, in that fashion. So.
In conclusion, the general consensus was that religion offers comfort in situations of uncertainty and fills the gaps that science cannot answer. In the infinite complexity that is our universe, God offers us guidance and hope. Responses were consistent whether young or old, although those with experience tended to admit to their relative lack of understanding of God's plan. Like the love between a child and parent, our desire for knowledge and truth inevitably leads us to God, who wants us to fully know Him.